Today we're checking out the next sea monster villains from the next MEG movies by this amazing channel, MindQ, which you should all subscribe to. This guy's so smart. I want to see what the next villain fish are gonna be.
Did you know that there are 10 giant sea monsters that are from the MEG franchise, which means that these sea creatures here in this list are both from the MEG novels, in which there are 7 of them, and
That's
also
crazy.
from the 2
There's
movies.
7 books.
Aside from the
Jesus.
Titanoboa, the T-Rex, which are terrestrial, as well as the smaller aquatic dinosaurs,
There's a Titanoboa and a T-Rex villain. They better stick to the freaking novels, dude.
there are 10 creatures along with the Megalodon that are featured in the overall franchise, and these are gigantic. So let's get to them. Okay,
T-Rex?
firstly, the Megalodons.
Wild.
Let's start with the big M's. These are the shark species that are the heroes of the books, or anti-heroes, or villains. And like all other creatures on this list, they avoided extinction by surviving in the deep oceanic trenches in the Marianas, below the thermocline layer, whatever that is.
I need to read that
These
damn
sharks are
T-Rex
definitely
book.
bigger than the ones that really existed millions of years ago. They are in the novel stated to be around 70 to 80 feet in length,
like,
while
where
in the
was
movies
it?
they are
Where was
clearly
the
shown to be
T-Rex?
over 30 meters or 100 feet. Whatever the case may be, they are no doubt the star of both the shows and the books. The main MEG in the storyline is actually a specimen called Angel, and she herself has had pups of her own, as well as siblings. The other sharks which are also notable are called Belle, Scarface, Lizzie, and Angelica. Number 2, the Kraken. So in the latest movie, the MEG 2 The Trench, there were other monsters beyond
The Kraken
just the
was
sharks.
kind of underwhelming.
Among
I
them
thought it
a
was gonna do a
particularly
lot more
shadowy,
scary stuff.
creepy and fear-inducing cephalopod beast.
It was pretty
which we call
monstrous,
the
but like
Kraken.
a MEG
This
whooped
creature
it,
wasn't
you know?
anywhere in the books, but it was a unique entry from the movie adaptations. This colossal 100-feet creature boasted striking yellowish eyes with slender pupils, reminiscent of an octopus's gaze.
Gnarly.
Its bulbous head and dark gray-black hue coloration added to its imposing presence,
Jesus,
while its
dude.
long tentacles adorned
That's
with
so
suction
weird
cups
looking.
completed its menacing appearance.
Ugh.
Number 3, the giant squid. So in the first movie,
Oh
there
yeah,
was
this is
another
the one that
cephalopod
grips onto
creature,
the ship.
unrelated to the Kraken seen in the sequel. This animal was a giant squid, and it also resided in the trench. It was red in color and had numerous tentacles, as well as a long bulbous head, as is evident in other squid species.
I never
When the
noticed
character
how
in the
crazy
movie
that
called
thing was.
Suyin attempted a rescue mission, the submersible she was in was attacked by this creature that could have been anywhere between 9 to 12 meters or 30
Whoa.
to 40 feet long. It was, however, devoured by one of the sharks, the Megalodons, as it was a visible and easy prey item due to the encounter with the submersible.
I didn't even think about that.
Number
That's
4,
why the shark went for it, because
Kronosaurus.
it lit up.
So in the second MEG novel called The Trench, the book introduced a Kronosaurus, a prehistoric sea creature from the late Cretaceous period. This addition set the tone for the MEG franchise by expanding the cast of ancient deep-sea creatures. The Kronosaurus here in the novel was said to be a pack species and travel in groups, thus being a threat even to the MEGs. 3 of them appeared in the sequel novel, and all 3 were killed in various encounters differently. One of them was devoured by Angel, the MEG. These Kronosaurus were at least 12 meters or 40 feet long.
See, that's kind of upsetting, because those were in the second novel, and they were not in the second movie, so it's like they're not going by the movies exactly, but they should have. That movie was awesome, but it could have used some Kronosauruses big time.
Number 5, the Leopluradon.
Damn.
This right here is the main overarching enemy of Megalodons in the trench.
What a
This
beast.
is the only creature which is definitely bigger and longer than a Megalodon shark.
Yeah.
In the novel Hell's Aquarium, the Leopluradon
Hell's
serves as a
Aquarium.
primary enemy. In the story, this creature resides in the Panthalassus Sea, dominating the area as the largest inhabitant, measuring 37 meters or 122 feet in length, and weighing over 100 tons. Conflict arose when it clashed with Angel, the large albino megalodon, over a prey that Angel had caught. As Angel becomes entangled in a fishing net later on in the storyline, the Leopluradon ultimately ends her life.
Damn.
In another novel,
That's
that exact
sad.
Leopluradon was killed.
Damn.
But then, an offspring of her survived the mother's death,
Aw.
and this ensured the species' survival into the future, therefore still having the rivalry with the Megalodons.
Should have had this in the
Number
movie too,
6,
man.
the Leviathan Melville.
Oh, this
The
big
deadly
time.
whale which actually shared the seas with a megalodon during the same time millions of years ago, the Leviathan Melville, became a recent addition to the MEG series, making its first appearance in the 2016 book MEG Night Stalkers. The name Leviathan, meaning Leviathan, has become a common term in aquatic horror and even inspired a title of a deep-sea horror movie.
We need these
This
in the
relative of
movies,
sperm
man.
whale was said
I'm
to
bored
have
with
fought
Megs now.
megalodons back in the day. These species had a rivalry. They both killed each other whenever possible. and these whales were thought to be around 17 meters or 56 feet long.
We need so many
Number
more
7, the
monsters
Loch.
now.
Following the Meg, Steve Atlan,
The
the
Loch
author,
Ness
wrote
Monster?
another book called The Loch, which applied a similar approach to the Loch Ness Monster legend.
What?
The book presents the creature as an amphibious predator rather than a plesiosaur from millions of years ago.
Ooh.
The two series eventually intersect with the Loch Ness Monster creature appearing in the Meg Hell's Aquarium. The Loch has its own sequel called Vostok, which introduces extraterrestrial elements into the expanding Meg universe.
I've got to watch
This
these
move generated
movies.
mixed reactions from fans, but aligned the series' existing fantastical elements. The size, however, is unconfirmed as of now. Number 8, the Duncostus. Another
Really?
extinct sea monster here, rather a large fish species,
'Cause they're not even that
has also
big.
appeared in the novel was the armored Duncostus, and as it is called in the novel Hell's Aquarium, the monster fish. This would be one of the oldest species in the franchise, with its heyday being 380 to 350 million years ago.
Yeah, they don't have to be necessarily a big baddie. This would be the perfect size to be chopping people in half, like biting them in half like a blowfish.
Hundreds of millions of
Gnarly.
years ago, even before the dinosaurs. The biggest species of this fish was estimated to be 9 to 10 meters or 30 to 33 feet long.
That
This
is
creature,
pretty
as
damn
with
big.
all the others, survived in the Panthalassus Sea. Number 9, the Helicoprion. A strange and yet similar creature to appear in the same novel is the ancestor of the Megalodon itself. The Helicoprion was thought to have existed around 270
What
million
an
years
absolute
ago.
nonsense
But
creature,
like the
dude.
Duncostus, they both defied death and defeat for countless ages of the earth. For them, it's the Lovecraft quote that holds true.
That is not that which can eternal lie,
Oh,
and with strange
the hell?
eons, even death may die.
This shark species
That
has a
Altragon?
very strange spiral lower jaw, with teeth arranged in linear rows jutting out from the mouth. The shark was estimated to be around 11 to 12 meters, or 36 to 40 feet long.
Evolution was just
close to the
smoking
Meg.
crack that day.
And number 10, the Mosasaurus.
Ooh.
And yes, we also have the Mosasaurus here in this list. It appeared in the novel The Meg Hell's Aquarium as well. It was one of two specimens that attacked the characters of the story in the Panthalassus Sea. One of them was killed when a laboratory fell on its head, while the other one was killed by Angel the Meg. Yeah, here we have a Meg going head to head with a Mosasaurus, and the shark wins. Although it was a short-lived victory as Angel got trapped in a net and was killed by the larger Leopluradon. Anyway, these Mosasaurs weren't really given a size estimate, but real-life studies on fossils indicate that they were around 17 meters or 56 feet long. Anyway,
Whoa.
here in the novel we also have the Titanoboa, which is also one of the biggest snakes in the world.
This
to
would
ever
have been
exist.
awesome in the movie,
We also
dude.
have the T-Rex, which is one of the
Oh,
biggest
yeah.
theropods, and also smaller aquatic dinosaurs which we saw in the movie, which didn't really make sense.
I guess we saw the T-Rex in like the trailer. Would that be how they included it? Like a whole, I guess they did kind of for a second.
Anyway, those are 10 giant sea monsters from the Meg books and movies, and also with a few notable mentions on the terrestrial animals.
Is that really what the books look like? Because I will buy them if they all look that red. That's beautiful. Subscribe to MindQ, link down below in the description, because he posts all the most intellectual stuff regarding all the best franchises. I'm just freaking thinking about how sad that scene must have been in that book, though. Because obviously Angel the Megalodon had like a freaking running spree since the beginning. She's like the main character. And then to die and get eaten because you're stuck in a net, it must have been so dramatic, like descriptive writing as she's like trying to wiggle out and the thing starts eating her. Oh, I can't imagine. I hate when books get sad like that. That would drive me freaking nuts. Either way, this video was awesome. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.